Hey kids, you know, cockroach posters are quite the talented bunch. I've seen people here express their appreciation of Haken in many different ways. Some people, like Lucas or Tom for example, make covers of their favourite songs. Other people express their appreciation in different art forms, such as Emma's nail polish art, or Eniko and Regan and their weird ass drawings. Now, I can't do any of that kind of stuff, but if there's one thing that I am good at, it's baking bread. After all, that is why they call me Brederick Lars Nelson. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna make some Haken themed bread. So I'm almost done with this dough now. I've just gotta let it rise for about 30 minutes, or 2 architects as I like to call it. So I'll get back to you soon. Take some time to grow. And welcome back. As you can see, I have now finished my dough and we are now going to knead it and shape it into, I'm gonna shape it into buns which spell out the word Haken. So let's see how this goes. Okay guys, well here we are. Didn't quite nail the font, but I think this is good enough. So now we're gonna throw this into the oven for about 12 minutes, or half an octavarium as I like to call it. So without further ado, let's get this bread. Passages of time. Not again. Hey kids, Frederick Larstairs Carstairs here. Welcome to the Roach review. So it's Friday afternoon, I just got home from work, I'm tired as hell, and I thought I'd just unwind by talking to camera about memes for an hour. Do you want to join me? Good. Today, we'll be drinking water because it's important to stay hydrated, especially during heat waves. Now I know what you're thinking, it's not that hot right now, but just wait until I show you these super hot June memes. But wait, first we gotta thank today's musical sponsor. Today's musical sponsor is Universe Effects. Hello. Formed in 2012, Universe Effects is a Quebec-based progressive and cinematic rock band fronted by guitarist, vocalist and cockroach poster Gabriel Antoine Vallee. And if you're like me and you can't pronounce that name properly, he also goes under the name of Gab Valley. Their last album, that one, Desolation, was released late last year and it's really good. And I hope that you'll enjoy it as much as I did. And as usual, if you know any good cockroach posting related bands that I should be using in the next Roach review, feel free to send me a message or leave a comment and I will check it out. Back to you, Frederick. Thank you, Frederick. Now, let's start off with number 10. So at number 10 with 115 reactions, we have this meme by Nicholas Carasani. So if you don't know the full context of this picture, the original picture is a selfie which Eniko took with Charlie with Connor ominously looking on in the background. Now in this picture, we have a selfie which Eniko took with Charlie with Connor ominously looking on in the background. Let's move on to number 9. At number 9, with 116 reactions, we have this meme by Robert Achilles. Now if you didn't see this meme, this is a video of some porgs from the Star Wars franchise singing along to the a cappella part in Crystallize. Now this idea actually came from a comment by a Mr. Johnny Bernal Vicentello, which was posted on an earlier post by Robert Achilles, also featuring a porg singing along to somebody. Very wholesome post, I like it. Also, congrats on making your way back to the top 10, Robert, and with a video post as well, that's impressive. Let's move on to number 8. At number 8, with 118 reactions, we have this post by Yamamir. Also a very wholesome post. I love this. Great meme. It's really gay. Let's move on. So at number 7 with 120 reactions, we have this meme by Marcus Palsbury, or as I like to call him, the Good Dane. Not to be confused with the Great Dane, which is a dog. Anyways, this is just a screenshot of a conversation which Marcus had on Omegle with me, you fucking hipster. At number 6 with 128 reactions, it's another post by Nicholas Carasani. I think we need to come up with a catchphrase for you. Let's see. Okay, I just stalked him on Facebook and it says he's from Argentina, so hey look, that Argentinian Nicholas posted again. Anyways, this is a cyberpunk meme. I don't know, I don't really know it. I'm not really sure what cyberpunk is, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask. Let's move on. So at number 5 with 134 reactions, we have this post by Regan Alexis Fox. This isn't really a meme, this is just a post celebrating the fact that Ross is now officially Dutch. You know, looking at this picture, it seems like a pretty good template for a meme. Maybe I used it for the countdown thing on the Roach review. Maybe I am using it, I don't know. I'm still filming. Number 4, please. At number 4 with 143 reactions, we have this post by Eniko. This is a picture which we took after the ILO gig in London of me, Tom, Martin and Emma with our Rush shirts surrounding Andy. So a couple of fun facts about this picture. That shirt that Tom is wearing, he bought that at Camden Market just a few hours before this picture was taken. And we had to look through like loads of t-shirt styles just to find a Rush shirt. Apparently Rush shirts are quite rare in London. We kept getting comments on our Rush shirts wherever we went. It's like a rarity in London to have a Rush shirt. Also, after the gig had finished, they played like 4 Rush songs at the venue, and that was fun. Also, this image was used to create some pretty fun spin-off memes, so quick shout out to them. Let's move on to number 3. So at number 3, with 185 reactions, we have this meme by Chris Petty II. Or maybe it's Chris Petty 2, like the sequel to the original Chris Petty, I don't know. I just noticed this picture has a watermark on it there in the bottom. Anyways, this picture has nothing to do with Haken whatsoever, but it got loads of reactions, so good job, Chris. Let's move on. At number 2 with 208 reactions, we have this post by Thomas Kuche. This is a video of Max Portnoy's dad Michael sending a stern message to Cockroachposters. Now just in case Mike Portnoy is actually watching this, why don't you make an appearance on the Roach review? I mean, these drummers have all done it. Are you not as good a drummer as they are? Are they better drummers than you? Are you a shit drummer? Are you a coward? Eat my ass and balls. Fuck you. Now, before we reveal our number 1 pick, let's do some honorable mentions. Now, my first honorable mention will have to go to this post by Nicholas Carasani. Now, I genuinely love posts like this because they bring a sense of community and identity to the group. Now, we also had some spin-off houses as well, like Eniko's House True Brew, Benjamin's House Sweden, or my favourite, House Gavin. Let's move on. My next honourable mention goes to this post by Robert Achilles. If you didn't see this, this is a video of Gus Johnson playing the guitar, but Robert added in the keyboard solo from Haken's Insomnia, which is both high effort and a good reference, because I do love a bit of Gus. Boys support boys. Next honorable mention goes to Eniko. I feel like Rage comics and sort of 2011 era style memes have reached that point where there now can be this post-ironic fun thing to do. So I'm now officially pitching Rage Comic July if you have the effort for it. I don't know. Let's move on. Next honorable mention goes to Andy Robertson for this electricity posting that he did, which was apparently inspired by my weird ass cringy karaoke thing. I like this, Andy. I think electricity posting is a good idea. I think that song goes well over a lot of things. I really enjoyed Andy's rendition here of Drowning Pools Bodies. I think that was good, so yeah, keep it up. Next honorable mention goes to Everyday, a video of things that interact with Ilo's debut album Union. You're welcome. It cannot be right. Next honorable mention goes to this Sad Charlie posting by Benjamin Almer Torshell. I like this. There's a lot of effort both in the image editing and of course the formatting. You're very good at that formatting there, Benjamin. Keep it up. Next honorable mention goes to Yali Amir. It's been a while since we had some proper Earthlings posting, so good job there, Yali. I like it. Next honorable mention goes to everyone who joined in on the live Sundog summary, which we did at table 82 at the White Swan in Islington. Now for some reason the audio turned out really weird, like my phone only picked up Tom who was filming, so you couldn't really hear anyone else that well. But it was fun anyways, we had a lot of fun doing it, at least I did. Now for those of you tuned in for Jackie Frank Russell's Kirby posting, here we go. So at number 6 with 17 reactions, we have this Kirby post, displaying a lot of stress, a lot of fear of the unknown, a lot of power in this picture. Good one. At number 5 with 21 reactions, we have this Kirby post about the nostalgic feeling that you get from 1985. Now some of you might look at this and think, is that really Kirby? But I have confirmation. This is a Kirby post. At number 4, Atlas Stone. At number 3, with 40 reactions, Ross Kirby. At number 2, with 52 reactions, we have this post about wanting to kiss Diego. I have never related more to a caption than this one. And at number 1, with 59 reactions, we have this group photo of Haken as a Kirby post. Great Kirby posting, Jackie. See you next month. They control all their matter. Next honorable mention goes to this post by Andrew Carstairs. You know, if I knew that the Roach review would continue to be a thing for this long, I would have chosen a better name. I guess I'm stuck with this now. What are you gonna do? Let's move on. Hey, I'm just throwing this in here because it mentions World of Warcraft. I like World of Warcraft. Hey, fuck you. At least I'm releasing new music this year. Seriously, pick up the pace and release some new stuff already. I want to hear that whistle. Next honorable mention goes to Gary Boyd and his alternate universe posting, where he changes the lyrics of the song to be a lot more literal. I like this meme. I want to see more of it, so keep it up, Gary. Next honorable mention goes to this relatable post by Walter. You know, I really relate to this post, especially if you swap the Haken part for Jesus Christ and the go out drinking part for going to church. and the drunk me part for actually I do get pretty drunk. Good post, Walter. Next honourable mention goes to Amy for reminding me that this was an actual post that was made, and not just a really weird dream I had after eating that hallucinogenic falafel that's been lying in my fridge for a year. Fact. Next honourable mention goes to Neil. You know, 50 years from now, my artificial children will ask me, what was the internet like before you sold it to the Chinese for a lifetime supply of tofu? And I will show them this. Next honourable mention goes to Joe Weaver. I hate this post. Hey, fun fact, Next to None just posted, where's the fucking Roach review, and tagged me in it. I'm making it right now. I'm gonna type that. Literally filming it right now, just wait. Okay, what was I saying? Next honourable mention goes to Ash Francis for just being handsome as hell. Seriously, somebody needs to fuck this guy. I'd volunteer, but he keeps saying stuff like, hey, I'm not really attracted to guys. Why do you have to keep messaging me in the middle of the night? How did you get in my house? I'm calling the police. Next honourable mention goes to Cambodia Carstairs for this long wall of text. You know, I can't read, but people told me that this was really good. Next honourable mention goes to Nick Andreas for this video which he filmed with Gavin. You know, it's nice to know that people are thinking about me, even if they're saying shit about me moving to Denmark.
Hi, Frederick here. Just a quick disclaimer for any actual Danish people or Danish sympathisers. All of these comments about me hating Denmark are made purely for comedic purposes and are not to be taken seriously. I actually love and respect every one of you, regardless of where you're from. The notion of Swedish people hating Denmark is nothing more than a sibling rivalry kind of argument, which stems back to a long history of wars and conflicts between the two countries. In modern day, however, the two countries are actually quite alike on a social and economic level, and tend to get along very well. I actually quite like Denmark. I go there sometimes for concerts and events, as it's usually a lot more convenient for me to travel to Copenhagen than it is to Stockholm, for example. That being said, Danish food is fucking terrible, and also their language sounds like a throat infection.
Next honourable mention goes to Chris Patt for making me the official spokesperson for the Swedish oatmeal company Oatly. Yeah, I quite like Oatly's products. They're pretty good. It's nice to see them making their way across the world, even to fictional places like Australia. Next honourable mention goes to Clark I've never tried saying your surname out loud, sorry. Next honourable mention goes to Clark Next honourable mention goes to that drummer guy from ILO for this puzzle box challenge, which features an what are those called again? It's something with an O, and I'm too tired to look it up. So just trust me, it's an instrument. Next honourable mention goes to this post by Sergio Bernascoli Viale. Haken sucks. Next honourable mention goes to Etienne. I forgot how to say this guy's name. Next honourable mention goes to Etienne Levacher for this Darkest Light bass cover, where he also takes away your vision. I like your bass posting. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name, but I love your post, so keep it up. Next honourable mention goes to Russ Bennings, who created that poll that I asked for in the last Roach review. So it turns out that meme is actually pronounced anal noises, cause that's how democracy works. Let's move on. Next honourable mention goes to Walter Simonson for bringing back this Connor shirt meme template. Here are some of my favourites. I like this anime shirt by Peggy, this shredded cheese shirt by Christopher, this Tony Hawk shirt by Gavin, this one by Clark, and this Born to Die World is a Fuck shirt by Jimmy. Next honourable mention goes to Matt Gallagher for this clear meme. This was probably the only actual clear meme which wasn't just a play on the word clear, so good on you, Matt, for actually listening to me. Yeah? Okay. I think that's enough honourable mentions for now, so let's reveal our number one pick. So number one with 251 reactions. Hey look, that Polish guy posted again. You know, usually in the Roach review, the French guy makes an appearance like every other meme. But now that he's transcended and turned Polish, he saved the best for last with this meme. You know, I actually want to give some serious credit to this meme though, because Alexandre tends to post so many memes. Some of them, sort of with me, tend to become a bit hit and miss. But this one actually stands out to me as being a very properly ingenious and well thought out clever meme. So really good job there, Alexandre. I think this really deserves the number one spot. So thank you, Alexandre, or dziękuję, as you say in Poland. So those were all the memes I had for you this month. As usual, down in the description you can find a poll where you can vote on what your favourite memes were. Winner of last month's poll was this Simpsons post by Nicholas Carasani. Congratulations, Nicholas, you are now the Cockroach King. That's right, winning the Roach review poll now makes you Cockroach King for a month, because if Monty Python and the Holy Grail has taught us anything, that's how monarchy works. So to bring you up to speed, here's a list of all the cockroach monarchs we've had so far. Yeah, I know I'm constantly changing the Roach review, I don't care. It's a journey, we're evolving. We're doing this together. I love you. Until we meet again, see you in the next thing. It just tastes like Tesseract.